whiteness, weusi, blackness, kutembea, walking, vitu, things. If you are here, you'd know my English is now very good. I even sound like a local, though I'm not sure I'll ever be one, or perhaps I don't even want that. There are advantages to being mgeni, an outsider. Kweli nimesema sitaki kuwa na nyinyi. Did I say I don't want to belong? I look at your face every day. Of course, a photograph is not quite the same thing, but it helps to remind me of how beautiful you are and why I love you. Bado unanipenda? Do you still love me? Do you look at my face? What do you see? Does it make things easier or more difficult for you? When I say I don't want to belong, what I really mean is I just want to get on with my new life here. What more can you expect from a city? Nchi si ya mtu mmoja peke yake. Cities belong to no one in particular. In fact, it's not about belonging. This word, mwenye nchi, belong, I'm suspicious of it. Some crazy ideas can be wrapped up in this one word. I promised I would not do this, but tonight I cried. Ninataka sana uwe na mimi. I want so badly for you to be here with me. It was a smell on a street that triggered the memory of home, and suddenly I was crying. I have made myself forget about that day when I made it here and you didn't. Like a woman who has had a difficult birth, I have erased those thoughts from my mind, and instead I am concentrating on this new life. Na siwezi kusahau mnuko wa barabara. Did I mention the smell of the streets? With no means of transport, my main way to get around this city is through walking. Soon I will have walked every street. I have come to conclusion it's the only way to understand a city's character, its nature. Kuna matata, ninaanza kuzoea. Don't worry, I am coping. I've met some other people here, and we've set up a group. We mainly share our thoughts and writings, and we also sing together. You'll laugh at that, as you know, I can't sing. Did I say I don't want to belong? Okay, I admit. Ukweli, ninataka kuwa na nyinyi. I do want to belong, but on my terms. Sitaki kupeana kila kitu. I don't want to surrender everything. I'll give this city the bits of me it needs, and I will protect the rest. kind of transaction, an arrangement we've come to. Kama ungekuwa hapa, ungeelewa kwa nini. If you were here, you would understand this. Utakuja. Will you come? Nitawahi kukuona tena. Will I ever see you again?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for giving me 5 minutes at the beginning of your next session. As your teacher may have said earlier, my name is Officer Saville, and I'm here today to speak to you about your missing classmate, Joy Thompson. Actually, can everybody gather a bit closer together and sit down? Since Joy's disappearance, I'm very aware that it's been a distressing time for all of you. The police officers in charge of the case are aware of the impact that it's had on you. We're planning a reconstruction of Joy's last known movements. And to do this, we need your help. So for any of you who'd like to be involved, we're asking you to come along to room P267 after school hours today. It won't take long, and your involvement will be hugely appreciated. You know, I'm fully aware of the impact that this has had on you all. Joy's disappearance has cast a dark shadow over everything, and I'm not going to stand here and say, don't worry. I've been doing this job a long time, and whatever the reason for Joy's disappearance, it's very distressing for all involved. And it's made worse for you, partly because of your age, partly because of the exam pressures you're under, and partly because very soon you're going to be going out into the big world. Do you notice something missing from that phrase? I left out the word bad, and I did it on purpose. It's not a big, bad world. I don't believe it is. It can be a dark place. It can be an impenetrable place. There are some truly disgusting human beings perpetrating acts of pure evil. But in spite of everything that I've seen, I'm still convinced in the overwhelming goodness of people. And you're convinced of that too. Each and every one of you. That's why you're here after all. Because you want to do good, don't you?
Okay, I'd like to thank you all for coming here this evening. What myself and Officer Saville would like you to do is to line up against the wall, and then we'll ask you to come forward one at a time.
You don't have to say anything. We're just trying to see who is most like Joy and her boyfriend, Danny. Just relax your eyes. That's it.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for your help and your cooperation this evening. Can I just ask everybody except Danny number 2 and Joy number 4 to step to the side for me? Thank you. Joy number 4, could you just step forward for me? Can I ask you to try this jacket on? Could you look to your right? Now turn to your left. Thank you. If you'd just like to walk slowly towards the wall. And slowly turn back again. You can just relax now. Can I ask you to confirm your name?
Helen. Helen Townsend.
Okay, Helen. Can you confirm your address for me?
It's room 8, Summerfield House.
Summerfield House. That's the care home on the west side.
Yeah.
Helen, can you confirm that you'll be able to work with us between now and the reconstruction?
Will I have to take time off college?
Yes, but we've cleared that with the principal. It's not a problem.
Okay.
It's a great thing that you're doing, Helen. And don't worry, we'll be there to help you do your best.
Thank you.
Back to work, back to the tower. Ambrose realized that this view of the city was his favorite. More than any church, it allowed him a place to dream. It also allowed him to look out at the ships in the port, laden with exotic cargo from distant, far-off lands. Most evenings after work, he would make his way down to the port. En route, he would meander through a network of back streets. Names. The naming of things, the names of places were evocative for Ambrose. When he looked at these place names, what did he think? Did he sound the names out, get used to speaking them aloud, find out where these distant countries were? Did he go back and look them up on a map? Did a new dream take hold as he looked at these names? This, perhaps, is when another change took place. He had long cherished the name his mother gave him. It meant eternal, immortal. But perhaps it could just as easily be Ambrosio. After all, others had done this, combined the Irish with the Spanish. Why not Ambrosio O'Higgins? He sounded it out. Ambrosio. Not bad. When he finally arrived at the port, he went to the bars frequented by the sailors and the dock workers. He would listen to their many stories, find out about these faraway places. One in particular grabbed his imagination, began to fascinate him. A place just like his Loch Arrow,
mythologized. In Elia Kazan's movie On the Waterfront, the view of Manhattan from across the Hudson River is an image the movie comes back to time and again. Sometimes the Empire State Building is clearly visible, sometimes not. In the movie, this building means something. I'm not sure what exactly. Is it there just to orientate the viewer? So they can say, look, there it is, the Empire State Building, King Kong and all that. This must be New York. Or is it more significant than that? Either way, it makes its presence felt. Another key location in the movie is the rooftop of a large tenement block, the block where the two main characters live, Marlon Brando's Terry Malloy and Eva Marie Saint's Edie Doyle. Malloy, Doyle, it's clear the Irish have a presence here. The rooftop is the only place where Malloy can get away from it all, a place of refuge, offering a panoptic view of his world. A pigeon fancier, Malloy loves to watch the birds fly, painfully aware of how free they are compared to him. There's a moment on the rooftop when Malloy sees a ship pulling out of the dock, about to set sail to somewhere. He says nothing, but we can tell he's dreaming of being on that ship. It's the only time we see him dream. Is this brought on by the panoptic view? Could such a view contain a dream-inducing power?